星からやってきた正義の使者だキッコーマン醤油をたちまちかけたなら食べ物食うとうまくなる外食なんてぶっ飛ばせ必殺技だキッコーパンチ目玉焼きには醤油だろShow me 醤油キッコーマンキッコーマン Show me 醤油キッコーマン大豆の星からやってきた生かすあいつはキッコーマン醤油は体にいいんだぜ殺菌作用もあるんだぜそうそうケチャップ目じゃないぜ必殺技だキッコービンだから卵焼きにも醤油だっつってんだろ Show me 醤油キッコーマンキッコーマン Show me 醤油キッコーマン Alright
What's up, party people? Is my audio good? Yes, it is. I should check that before I go on the stream, but I am on the stream. This is rough for me. I hate talking by myself. I actually put the link in the Discord if somebody wants to join me just to chat, just because I like having somebody to talk with. But otherwise, I have nothing on the agenda other than just a chill comic book stream today. I might even take you around my office so I can show you like all my super disorganized books that I need to organize. It's a disaster. It's a complete disaster. But I need to fix this. I also need to sell some of these so I can like make space because I'm out of space. Oh gosh. I'll pull up what I'm currently already trying to sell. In the I'll put the link. I'll put the pictures in the Discord and I'll grab it from there because it's on my phone right now. So I'm trying to sell these. Let me take pictures of what I've got over here. And these. Riveting entertainment here. I'm a professional streamer. Okay. So we'll roll to the Discord and I'll pull those up so you can see what I'm currently selling already. A lot of it's just because I have duplicates of stuff now. I mean, it's gotten this bad for me. I've just got duplicates. And a lot of it's because I just don't want stuff. And some of it's I'm going to move pretty cheap because, whoops, got too many things open. Let's open this picture and then open this picture and then open this picture. All right. So I will pull these into a tab. And I'll show you what I got. I'll pull my links into there too, because I'm going to shill a little bit. I'm very happy. Oh, I need to go over my comic. I got my 4-page Strike Force Ultima comic back from the letterer, and he for his first draft, and I need to go over those real quick. How you doing, guys? Yeah, pretty cool of them. So like this is the comic company that's making Andrew Tate's comic. And they actually reached out and they were cordial and good people and good guys on Time Books. Right. And that makes me very happy. I feel a little better about my purchase now. Hit the like button, get more people in here if you guys don't mind. I'm trying to get my watch hours up. That's why I'm streaming like every day on this channel. Trying to get my watch hours up on here so I can get monetized. So I've got the 1,000 subscribers. Thank you guys for that. But the watch hours are a different ball game. And let me log into my account over here. Maybe we'll just watch my video, because why not? We could watch it together, and I can commentate on my own commentary. I kind of like doing that. It's kind of fun. My watch hours now are up to, I'll show you. They're pretty low because I've been making like 5-minute comic videos. So here's my option. So this is now how YouTube works. You can get 500 subscribers and 3 video uploads over the days, and then 3,000 watch hours or 3 million shorts views. And I hate making shorts, so I'm just not bothering with that. So that's this right here. That's one version, but you only get membership, super chats, and then shopping with this, which I guess is good. But to get ads on my videos, then I need 4,000 watch hours or 10 million shorts. So really, this is the goal. And I'm going to keep just spamming till I get 10 million, or 4,000 watch hours. But this has been creeping up. I think it's been pretty good over the last few days. We can go over the analytics too. I don't think shorts pay anything. I think they want more shorts because I don't think they pay much. And then people are just spamming on shorts and just scrolling through shorts so people stay on their platform for longer. So yeah, even if this bores you, please just open this when I run these streams and just like leave it open and leave it running so I can get watch hours, please. That'll be great. So the analytics, if we look over the last, here's my watch time in hours over the last few days. So this month, I've got 500 watch hours just this month, right? So that means, and it's all because I've streamed a few times on here because my videos are very short otherwise. But if I go and I run last 90 days, I'm at 1,000 watch hours. So half of my watch hours come over the last 90 days. And let's see. And half of those come over the last 28 days. So we're ramping up here, obviously. And 365 is what matters. I've got 2.1K. I need to get to 4K. So it looks like if I can get 500 watch hours a month, or gosh, it looks like I could probably get 1,000 watch hours a month if I just stream this often. I'm guessing maybe even more. And if I just simul stream until like I, hit those numbers from the other channel, then I'll be able to hit that pretty quickly. Hopefully in a month. I think it looks like in a month, maybe 2 months max, which is good. So then I can stop simul streaming over here because I won't care at that point. But that's it. Would multi-tabbing, I have no idea. I think, at least on my computer, when I have a stream open on a second tab, and I put, if I like open it up on 2 different tabs, it kind of pauses it on one tab until I open it again. But if yours runs, I think it should be okay. I don't know. Try it. So yeah, we're almost there. Whoa, we're halfway there. Yeah, that's right. But if you look at it, it's all this last month, just because this is the only time I've been streaming. And so that's been what's going on for different things on here. So comics-wise, that's that. That's my watch hours. So what I'm selling right now, let me open this up. Right here. One, my bookstore. So these are my books, which I write. And if you guys are not familiar with my novels, you should be, because they're good. But I have my steampunk series, and I know we have I'm very excited. We have a new member of our Discord community who came over because he was reading the steampunk series. How awesome is that? And that's great. So yeah, I'm streaming the comics of the week. I need more than that. So what's going to happen is after this channel gets monetized, all I'm going to do is I'm going to stop simul streaming. So all the stuff on the main channel is not going to come over here anymore because I want to separate the two. I want this to be a comics only space where it's like that. This is what it is. And so I'm going to stop simul streaming that stuff over here once that happens. And the comics of the week I'll still do. That's going to be like the main stream over here. We'll do at least a weekly stream of the comics of the week. And we'll try to like go over some crowdfund stuff. Also, in addition to that, so we'll make that a little bit more robust. And maybe we'll talk about what I'm planning on reading this week, so you can kind of know what I'm going to review in the future too. And that's what the stream will be. Maybe I'll do it once a week. Maybe, maybe if it gets popular, I'll do it more, right? That's how it'll work. So I've got so this is my steampunk series. This is my most popular series. I have a comic being made of this, and I'm going to show you guys the first page. This is awesome. This art is incredible. And we are at about, let's see. We've got to update, getting the shirts in. I'm just going to, okay. Thank you so much. The Flying Sparks t-shirts and posters are in at the fulfillment center. I just found out right now. So lots of stuff going on. I have a million projects going on. If you don't know me, like I am very ADD, and I also have a lot of creativity. And I do finish things. So it's not like I'm just like starting things and not finishing things. But steampunk series. So this is right here, Steampunk for Steam & Country, Blood of Giants, Fight for Rislandia. These are the first 3 books in my steampunk series. I also have The Iron Wedding is the book 4. Book 5 is The Steam Knight. And The Steam Knight is a reaction, and it's actually me listening to the audience here and you guys. So you guys liked the character of James, who is Zara's best friend, who is in there, and there was a will they won't they at first, and then he kind of got an upgrade. Spoiler alert from our main character. Yes, there's an upgrade from the main character. Maybe I did this wrong, but it's kind of how real life works, right? So he got a little bit of an upgrade in who he started dating, and so they just became pals. And so people liked that character and said I was not quite developing him enough in the books because he was really a side character. So I wrote novellas with him. I wrote 3 novellas, and so I compiled that into a book for book 5. And those novellas take place. The first one takes place after book 1. The second one takes place after book 2, or maybe in the middle of book 3. Oh, gosh, I'm in the third one. Yeah, no, after book 2, and the third one takes place in the middle of book 3. So so that book 5 is actually stories that are kind of sidequels, as I'm saying, which is not a prequel, not a sequel. They're sidequels. It's on the side. And I actually wrote a 4th one. So I have that done. I'm gonna probably write a 5th one. I've got them. They're all called Training, because he's training to be a man. That's kind of his deal. So he's a boy training to be a man. And this first one's Night Training. The second one is Guard Training. And the third one is Spy Training. Was the 3 novellas that comprise the Steam Knight books. And the 4th one, which is not out anywhere, is called Mech Training, because he gets a mech in book 4 as a spoiler. So with that, I've got that. I'm going to have Prince Training on the next one, that'll be the 5th one. And then I decided to make a comic book with him. And so this is going to be an 8-page comic, which is only going to be up on Subscribestar for now. And I love it so much, I'm going to make a full-length comic in addition to this. It's not going to dovetail off this, but I love this art so much, I'm going to make a full length. So here he is in his steam mech. There's a little girl who's scared, and he shows his shiny face and goes, "Hey, don't be afraid." And this is kind of the opening to our steam mech comic. So this is very cool. And so I figured like with a steampunk mech, that's a really nice visual sort of thing. So having somebody running around a steampunk mech doing cool things and fighting weird monsters is a very, very neat comic book idea. And so I decided to do that. And so we might have, we'll have book 2 once I have 3 novellas of him. And then we'll have this as a separate project. And this will be totally readable by itself. It's just going to be a guy walking around with steam deeds around the land. So, yes, more top hats with God. We'll get some of that in there. Don't worry. But, so this is going to be an 8-page comic. It's going to be on Subscribestar. Very expensive art. I've just been upgrading the art all the way across the board because I'm just gonna crush all of the mainstream comics is what I'm doing. So that's this for the Steam Mech deal, and that should be coming out soon to add to this beautiful universe. And so right now I need to get books 4, 5, and 6. And book 6 is The Crystal Conspiracy. That's a new book that just came out. And The Crystal Conspiracy really amps up the war that's going on in the Rislandia area. So if you, so don't, I think the Crystal, I don't know. So if I want to rank all 6 books, I only have 3 on here. I need to get the other 3 up. If I want to rank all 6 books in order, like in like what the best books are, I still am very fond of The Blood of Giants. And The Blood of Giants, I feel like has like this, like, because it's a really exploration adventure. And so it reminds me of Star Trek, but steampunk. And so that appeals to me as a person. So I think that's I think that's number 1. I think I'd rank Crystal Conspiracy number 2. I think I'd rank Iron Wedding number 3 because there's so much character development in that. And then I'd rank Fight for Rislandia 4. I'd rank the Steam Knight 5, and then for Steam and Country as the worst one because that was the first one I wrote. So I don't know if you guys have read the series. Am I on base with that? How do you rank them? I'd like to know. So that's my personal ranking of that series. So it's weird ranking your own shit. It's really hard to do if you don't realize. So next I have the Stars Entwined series. I guess I should, next I have the Iron Wedding you like a lot. Yeah. So what do you rank that? I don't know. Should I call that number 2? And maybe I'd call that number 2. There's that really opened up a lot of characters in like a big new way. It did a lot. So, and I'm starting to think about the next book too. I was starting to think about it while I was like almost falling asleep last night. But I'm writing an Ayla Rin book right now, so I got to focus on that. I'm so slow at writing prose right now, and I need to start picking this up faster again because I've got too many books to come out with. But okay, so we've got the Stars Entwined. There's the Stars Asunder, which is book 2, which I don't have up on here, and the Stars Rejoined book 3. I need to put book 2 up, and I put book 3 up. What a dummy. So that's a trilogy, which is my space opera trilogy. And then the Colony launch is a book that's set in the same universe with different characters. And it's actually set in between chapters of book 1. And so at an entirely different corner of the universe, this Colony launch is happening. But they are aware of the events that's happening in the Stars Entwined. So it's like if you read the Stars Entwined, you get more out of this book because you go, oh, I remember that. And so that's how I did this one. So that is meant to be, it's kind of its own standalone thing too. But that's a cool thing also. Now the Stars Entwined just got an audiobook out, making it pretty easy. And all the steampunk books except for the new one are on audio so far. So we're pretty good on that front for the audiobook. But so that's really cool. Then I have my trilogy of Justified, Sanctified, and Glorified, which is basically it's Catholic Star Wars. So instead of like having like this like hokey Eastern religion, which makes no sense, like the Jedi have, we have like a very based Catholic Jedi type of people called the Elorians. And so they are out fighting against space Muslims and then trying to retake their homeland. And that's what happens with this. Now, I do have a second trilogy involved with this. It's going to be its own standalone trilogy. So this is like the ending of this was definitely an ending for the Drin character who was involved in this. He's still going to exist because Drin is a saint in this universe. So there's going to be, he'll still exist in the next books, but it's not going to revolve around him. I also thought of a side. Yeah, it's a Space Crusade. That's these books. I also thought of a side story for this the other day involving like an Elorian who crash lands on a backwards medieval planet. So I might develop that too, just because that sounds like a lot of fun. And so that's kind of where the novels are right now. I should also have, what else I'm missing some books. So I know what I need to put up on here. I need to put 3 steampunk books. I need to put 1 Stars Asunder book up. That's 4. I need to put up Make Science Fiction Fun Again, which is my short story collection. Do I have that behind me? No, I don't. and I need to put up The Immortal Edge, the Ayla Rin book. So Ayla Rin, I started as a, which is Overmind here, a comic, which then dovetails into a novel, which then dovetails back into a comic, which we're working on right now, which is then going to dovetail into the novel I'm working on right now too, which I'm working on concurrently with the comic. So it's kind of odd writing what's going to happen prior to the novel in comic form as I'm writing the novel, but I know I've already outlined it all, so I know exactly what's going to happen. But it's an interesting process, like going back and forth timeline wise like that. But yes, this is really my first multimedia property, and that's why I'm trying to bring the steampunk into it also, because it was so successful on this level that I thought, this will be a good idea. And that's that. Then I've got all my comics, of course. So we got Flying Sparks 1 through 5. That's my superhero universe, just straightforward superhero tale. If you like 80s, 90s superheroes, that's for you. Dynamite Thor is a wacky re-envisioning of a 50s superhero. Days of Ult's a fantasy story, just pure fantasy. Overmind science fiction, obviously. Spectacular Comics are a bunch of random short comics. So I like to do short stuff too, which is going to be on the Subscribestar, of course. And the Cosmic Warrior is like a love letter to like Green Lantern and John Carter of Mars mashed up. And so that's what we got right now as my books. And they're all available on digital on here now, along with my Demon's Eye novel, which I need to maybe make a, maybe I'll make a actual paperback of this. And then of course, this is all the comics and stuff. So cool. So check these out on the storefront. It's my one comic thing. Those. They are fighting over Space Jerusalem. They don't have Yamahas. No, they just have helmets. It's pretty funny. So he's like Obi-Wan. Yes. Space Ghost Obi-Wan. Yes. You know what I'm going to do in advance. I love it. Good stuff. Yeah, we have a lot of books. So if something speaks to you, if you have questions about any of it, happy to answer. Just check one out. They're all very standalone. There's like no good, obviously with the volume 1 through 5, I'd start with volume 1. But like beyond that, like just check out any of them. You'll probably like it. And I appreciate you guys for doing so. So, and that's going to dovetail into our company, Actual Comics, of course, which we launched this last week as a joke. But it's not a joke. It's a joke and not a... So this is how I operate. If you guys are not familiar with me, I'm joking and I'm not joking simultaneously. That's why some people who don't have senses of humor get very frustrated, like Heather Antos. So this is based on a joke. Heather Antos was throwing shade at me. She's, of course, the editor for Star Trek comics at IDW. And she was making a tweet pretending that I'm not an actual comic professional and that I'm not making, she said she was busy making actual comics, implying that what I'm doing here are not actual comics, that these are somehow fake comics. I don't know, that's very rude of a professional to do, but, I don't expect much out of her anyways. So since she's making actual comics, I decided to make Actual Comics into my whole brand. She didn't spell it like this, but of course, since she was saying Actual Comics, I figured that I'd up the ante and just make fun of her over that. And that's going to be my brand. So my brand. So this is the new brand for Actual Comics. We got cups, we got mugs, we got t-shirts, sweatshirts, stickers. And yes, most importantly, we have a pickleball paddle set, which we've sold one. So check this out. The merch is the most important part. It's more important than you got the pickleball paddle set. You did? Oh, you got the actual comics. See, this is the problem with saying Actual Comics is are we talking about actual comics or actual comics? I guess we should pronounce it. Oh man. So yes, I appreciate it. We've got our Fight the Good Fight. This is kind of our other moniker. We do a lot of Crusader themed stuff around here, and I love fighting the good fight. That's kind of what we do. And we've got some for my Dank stream also for now. And we'll add more stuff and take away stuff as time passes. But for now, this is what we got going on. And all this dovetails into Subscribestar. Now, Subscribestar is where I'm really making comics. I got a new Subscribestar member yesterday, so thank you if that's you. I got one the day before also, so thank you if that's you. And thank you everybody who's been with us a long time on here. Now I went through some of I've had like 3 or 4 deletions back in like February, March, April, of people who were like, we didn't really get like enough content on here. And I'm sorry about that. We had a rough time back then at the beginning of the year. And then I had to pick up everything, get everything going, get like the stuff rolling. And now it's in the art stages for the comic book stuff. So I'm just waiting on art for a lot of stuff. So I mentioned the Strike Force Ultima comic, which is going to be my new book. I'm actually going to share that post. I'm going to turn to the way Subscribestar on my screen shows everything. Whatever level you subscribe at, that's what it shows on here otherwise. But I'm going to show the Strike Force Ultima post that I made back in June. And so I developed a new superheroes team. People have enjoyed Flying Sparks. I veered a little away from superheroes. For the last few months, I've had an idea for a 90s style action super team, like the original Image comic books used to be. I think this will be more in line with what the audience is looking for compared to reading the 80s style characters like Metagirl, which is always my goal to appeal to backers first. That's right. Kind of listen to you guys. And here it is. Here's my logo for Strike Force Ultimate. It looks a lot like Image Comics back in the day. And the basic concept is, what if an Elon Musk type decided Clown World is obnoxious? No one's going to fix all the geopolitical problems out there. So he takes matters into his own hands, makes his own hero team, complete with a headquarters on a moon base, because you have to have a moon base, in my estimation. So that's the deal. So it's like we have this like super benevolent billionaire who's funding this sort of deal. And the governments are not going to be happy with what he's doing because they want control. And I'm actually layering that into the script right now. Last night I added a little subplot for that for the main book. The main book's going to be a crowdfund, but I do put all my crowdfunds digitally up here first. So if you guys want to get on here and read things fast, that's a good way to do so. And right now I'm going to have a short comic, which is going to show this, like going to be a proof of concept for you guys. I hired the most expensive artist I've ever worked with on here. He is amazing. It's beautiful. And it's a 4-page story. I just got the first draft in from the letters. And so I'm going to look those over and then post it up as soon as like I fix problems, or if it's good to go, I'll actually post it up when it's good to go. And this is going to be the new superhero team that comes out going forward. So we're doing this. And the goal on here, because of my characters, is that my character, I'm sorry, I was reading Just for Fun's comics. I'll answer your comment in a sec. But my goal with this, with Subscribestar, is really I want to be able to make monthly comics, and I'm hoping that it's about people reading the stories more than like collecting some foil variant sort of thing. So I want to get those people on here who really want stories and really want stuff all the time to compete with the mainstream, because mainstream people come out with monthly comics, right? And they have full companies backing them and all that. So it's really easy. They can get their funding for this and produce this every single month. And where I'm at right now, I can produce like a crowdfund, once a quarter, maybe twice a year, 3 times a year max, and then have somebody buy a book on a crowdfund. But I can't really like that. That's not enough to get a monthly book out. And so if I did a monthly book and I just put it up on Amazon or something, I tried that back in like 2018, 2019, Amazon takes too big of a cut. And so that really wasn't working out for me. Now, what I want to do here is put up comics digitally monthly. And right now I'm just going to put up whatever I can afford based on whatever the Subscribestar offers. As more people roll in, we're going to produce more. We're going to produce better. That's just going to be how it's going to go. And I'm going to get a like team of different artists who are going to rotate for different, because they're probably going to take a little longer, because I'm not expecting them to be full-time right now. But I'm going to get these rotating teams. So like the guy who did the Cosmic Warriors on board. So whenever I'm ready to go, he's ready to do more Cosmic Warrior. He's also ready to do a Metaman book for me. I've got the artist, an artist working on a book called Extra Sensory. His name's Mark Smith. He's a Comicsgate guy. And he is ready to go. And he's about halfway through the first issue. And he wants to be one of my monthly artists that I rotate with also. Of course, we're going to have our Ayla Rin stuff coming on. All the crowdfund stuff will be on here too. So if I can do the crowdfunds like that as a couple books a year, and I can have additional comics coming out in the other months, then we can still have this. So we're very close to getting this done. And that's kind of the goal here. And that's really what I want to have happening all the time. And so once we have that rolling, we have our quote real company, and then we'll have these stories coming out digitally all the time. And so, if you want physical copies of things, we'll figure out a way to get this done to where maybe there's going to be a secret link where Subscribestar people can pay for the printing and shipping. Like that way, you just get a kind of cheaper comic for the story and all that, and you get your own exclusive thing at the end of it. Well, I'll try to work that out. Right now, I need to just get the stories made first so that we're getting that going. Then we'll figure out all that stuff if you guys want physical stuff. So right now we have 23 subscribers. I need about 300 in order to make this work for like a monthly story thing like this. So if we had 300 going month in and month out, we have that's enough to sustain artists. I'm not going to make any money at that at all. So the goal is really 600 bi-yearly. That's a good idea. That's a good idea. So like maybe we make it bi-yearly trades that collect everything we've done for the first half of the year, and then like maybe the higher tiers have those automatically included or something like that, and like the lower tiers will get a link to purchase it or something. I don't know the logistics yet. That's a good idea though. Vicious Circle must be reviewed. I don't know what that is, so I don't know. Send it to me. send me whatever that is. Somebody asked me a question though. So that's kind of the goals here with what we're doing right now. And so I've got a few things in the work. I can definitely I can write enough Cosmic Warrior and Metaman stuff. And I actually have a side. So I guess I'll spoil it. So the end of Flying Sparks, if you've read it already, Flying Sparks had an evil corporation, which was like manipulating people and giving them superpowers. And that's how everybody ended up with superpowers in the books. If you guys read the storyline, that's just part of it. It doesn't kill the story to know that. That's just part of the backstory there. So Strikeforce Ultima, it's going to reveal that this Elon Musk guy purchases the superhero power devices from the government after Flying Sparks ends and the government seizes everything, which doesn't actually take place in the book. It takes place off screen. That's where these guys, that he actually buys that equipment to get the powers from the government, a government operative. So he's somewhat beholden to them, but he's also trying to work autonomously. So this is where it's going to cause a problem, right? And a conflict. So it does tie, it's in the same world. It is its own story. It's going to tie into that very loosely just because of that. But I thought about a side story about that whole equipment and how that got there also that I'd like to do. So there's all these stories I want to do. They're going to be awesome. And I'm going to expand superhero stuff, expand fantasy stuff, expand science fiction stuff all the way around. If things are unpopular and you say they suck, we're going to just abandon it and we're going to make a new concept. Like I'm going to do exactly what the audience wants. This is the type of company we're going to be at Actual Comics. So that's the thought here. So please get on the Subscribestar. And if you like my prose stuff and you want me to start really amping the prose stuff, I know I've got mostly a comic audience, so I've been focusing more on that lately. But if you want me to like really amp up prose stuff, I can start. Just prod me to do it, and I listen to you. So nobody's really complained about that recently, though. So that's my thoughts on this. Please just get on here and definitely do this. It's going to be awesome once we get this actually rolling for Actual Comics. Yes, it's going to be awesome. So I'm excited for this. The other thing that's happening right now is the Quaff is working with me on doing a short strip every week, once a week, called La Feministe, about a girl who's very upset that there's too many white males in superheroing. So your nephew prefers prose? Yeah, I'm still trying to come out with books. I mean, I got the Crystal Conspiracy out, and I need to. We'll get. There's a lot to do. Vegas is pretty close, so yeah, I could definitely do that if it works out. All right, here's the question that Just for Fun asked. I'm sorry to delay on this. I had to give my pitch for what our grand vision is here, and it's very exciting. Do you base some of your characters on actual people? I'm thinking about a Baseball on the Moon story. Forgot title, have audio. It's in Make Sci-Fi Great Again. Oh yeah, my Baseball on the Moon story. It was called gravity of the game. That was one of my first short stories, and I wanted to write something that felt more like a hard science fiction story, because everybody, those people were like, "Oh, space opera, blah, 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 blah. You can't write hard science fiction." So I just did it. People loved that story. Yeah, I think what I did for that story, if I recalled, is I took players of the names from the Oakland A's who were on the team at the time, because I'm a Bay Area guy here and I'm an Oakland A's fan, and I mashed up their names. So like if it was like Ricky Henderson and Dennis Eckersley, this isn't an actual one, but I'd be like Dennis Henderson, right? And that way, like if people kind of were familiar with the Oakland A's, they'd know what I was doing and go, ha, right? So I think that's what I did for that story. A lot of times for like, if I need a background character for like my steampunk, if I need like a guy like there's one of my big backers and friends in here, his name is, and he goes by his real name on here, so not doxing. His name is Bruce Perello. So for this new Ayla Rin novel, I needed a communications officer for my starship. So I named him Chief Petty Officer Perello. So I try to take, if you want to be in a book, just like be like, hey, I want to be in a book. And I'm definitely try to accommodate people on that too. So I do that kind of stuff. Dennis Eckersley, actually, he goes to my gym. So I see him regularly and I'm like, hey, Dennis, he knows me. It's pretty cool. So that's kind of how because I hate coming up with names. It's really awful to come up with names. So I try to just like mash up people's names. I'd do like, Drake Porton, right? That would be easy, right? So that's kind of how I come up with names. So that's all my Shilly stuff. We got our bookstore, we got our Subscribe Star. Oh, I was gonna show you the actual people for Strike Force Ultima. All right. So Strike Force Ultima, Warframe is the guy on the left. He's like a badass, like super soldier with like awesome armor and cool gun tech. He's also enhanced strength-wise and agility-wise. And he's a former Marine, and he got recruited as like the team leader for this group. And we have Charm. Charm is a former just like waitress aspiring to be an actress. And she didn't quite make it, but she was given charm powers, so she can manipulate men via her charm powers. So she can basically Obi-Wan. These aren't the droids you're looking for, but like they will. She has like a pheromone power where they just succumb to her whims. Codebreaker. Codebreaker can interface with any machine or computer and actually go inside the computer and actually become a part of it, like an AI. And he is of course, computer tech specialist. One of the programmers who works for Elon Musk prior to, or not, his name's not Elon Musk in the book, but the guy who is a stand-in prior to this. Exorcist is a Catholic priest who, of course, has the power to exorcise demons and call upon holy I don't want to use the word magic because that's not correct when it comes to holy things. Holy, I don't know what you'd call it right now. I'm mental blanking, but you understand what I'm saying. So like, he can heal people. He can call down the wrath of the Lord, things like that. And we have our diversity hire of the team, Hustle. And yes, so divine energy, holy power, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, there you go. Hustle, of course, is a speedster. He was a high school football player who got into college and was working as a wide receiver. Thought he'd get into the NFL and kind of failed out, and then was endowed with speed powers from our machine. So that's our team, Strike Force Ultima. 5 of them, as one does. And the first short story of this is going to be coming out on Subscribe Star within the next few days here. So there it is. All right. So that's my Subscribe Star. I hope you guys get on there. Here's the swag store. Here's this. And then I'm trying to sell my books too. These are my omnibuses. Justice League Darkseid War Saga, which is contained in another omnibus, so I don't need that. House of Mystery. I accidentally bought 2 of these. I thought I was buying volume 2, but I got a second volume 1 by mistake. Amazing Spider-Man by David Michelinie and Todd McFarlane. That's contained in Epic Collections. Avengers by John Byrne, also contained in Epic Collections. Captain America by Rick Remender. I just don't like Rick Remender, so I don't want it. Defenders, contained in Epic Collections. Loki by Kieran Gillen, contained in Epic Collections. Marvel Universe by John Byrne, also all contained in Epic Collections. Marvel Universe by Rob Liefeld. All this materials in different omnibuses also. Power Pack. I just am not going to get around to reading Power Pack, and I knew it. She-Hulk, modern stuff. I just don't want it. Spider-Man versus Venom. This is also contained in all the Epic Collections, so I don't need it. This is like got Maximum Carnage and all that. Miles Morales Spider-Man, 2 omnibuses. I just bought it because it said Spider-Man. I was just doing it at the time, and I'm never going to read them. Let's be honest. Thunderbolts Volume 1 and 2. That's obviously contained in Epic. Oh, I'm not even showing the screen. What a dummy. I do this all the time, as you are aware if you watch my streams. Venom Volume 1. This is contained in Epic Collections. Wolverine, also contained in Epic Collections. And then Jason Aaron's Wolverine trilogy. And I don't know why I bought those. That was a dumb purchase. So those are all my omnibuses for sale right now. And, some of them are pretty, I try to sell them lower than you get them anywhere else as a price. I've also got all this stuff, Batman Hush, Animal Man, Spirit World by Jack Kirby's OMAC. All these are contained in other books I have, right? Aquaman by Peter David, Batman the Chalice, Miracle Man Omnibus, Darth Vader Omnibus, Daredevil, The Immortal Hulk. This is volumes 1 through. There's a 5, but this is most of them. If you want to start on that with it's Joe Bennett. The Black Cat series by Jed McKay, Spider-Man 2099. This is volume 2 by Peter David. These are complete. They're in omnibuses. That's why I'm like, I'll sell it. And I sell these for way cheap. League of Extraordinary Gentlemen, Fist of the North Star, The Multiverse, Hack Slash, Sonic the Hedgehog, a bunch of European books here, 8 Billion Genies, Hack Slash, and then some Donald Duck European stuff also. So these are all, and I've got one more slide of books I'm selling too. All these too. Iron Man Extremis, Maximum Security, that's an event, Spectacular Spider-Man, X-Men Fall of the Mutants, that's a great storyline. Iron Man by Mike Grell, X-23 by Complete Collections, Jason Aaron's Thor, the complete, and this is the complete Mac Fraction Thor. I just have it in omnibus format, and then complete Superior Spider-Man also. So all these are up for sale. Just DM me if you're interested in those as well. That's my full sales deal. Whew. Okay, so that's all my shilling for the day. Thank you for watching me shill for 45 minutes. Unbelievable. You guys are great people for that. I'll kind of show you around my office now. It is, I might have to unplug my mic to do so, which is a bummer, which means you'll just have to have my laptop mic for a second. Hopefully this doesn't sound that bad, but I'm going to show you, I'm super disorganized right now, but I have books everywhere, and that's kind of what we got. So let's go to our back shelf. Okay. So top row, dupe, this way. We have our Creepy and Eerie collections. I have Creepy volumes 1, 2, 3, 4. I have Creepy through 10. And I have a couple of the later ones. Then I have Eerie through 10 also, then a couple of the later ones. Now, Eerie and Creepy were good up until about volume 10, 11, 12. I don't remember where the exact stopping point is. Then they start to do reprints for a while, and then the quality drops off. So that's why I don't really care about the later stuff as much. But during that period, who ran this? Archie Goodwin was the editor and did wonderful things. There's also a Vampirella archives. I only have volume 1 of that, but it goes hand in hand with these. Then we get into the EC comics. This is Mad. This is Mad Magazine before it was Mad Magazine. It was Mad the comic. And Wally Wood did a lot of this work. These are really hard to find. Then we get into some EC stuff here. And then my shelf, I have a smaller shelf, so I just have random stuff on here. Dr. Solar, Man of the Atom from Gold Key Comics, some Tarzan, the Jesse Marsh years. I've got a Nexus book just chilling here because, again, like I'm not organized right now. Another Tarzan book right here. Then I've got my IDW and Dark Horse mini omnibuses. Before they did omnibuses, this is still too big for the shelf to sit upright. They did undersized omnibuses for a while, both Dark Horse and IDW. It sucks. But this Fallen Angels by Peter David is really good. And Indiana Jones which is the Marvel stuff. It's not been reprinted by Marvel for some odd reason, and this is the Dark Horse Indiana Jones stuff. I've also got Fushigi Yugi, my complete manga collection right here, which I love, and Speed Racer right here, because they fit it right here. So these kind of deluxe manga editions. I might fully fill this with deluxe manga editions at some point because it's about the right size. But for now, it's unorganized. Then I get down into all my EC stuff, and unfortunately, it doesn't all quite fit here. So I've got too much. I'm missing 5 books. I'm missing 2 Haunt of Fear books, I believe. Yeah, Haunt of Fear 4 and 5. I'm missing Weird Fantasy 5. I've got all the tales for. I'm missing Crime Suspense Stories 3, and that might be it. So I'm doing pretty good on this front. Weird Fantasy 4, and then Vault of Horror 5. So those are all the books I'm missing. But I got a lot of them, and they're really good. Yeah, I need. What I want to do is I want to put a whole shelf here and then do this, and then I'll use this bookshelf. I'm gonna put it in my garage and put my books on it. So I've got a easy way to like pack and ship and sell stuff. Is my thought. I've got my Berserk deluxe editions. Somebody borrowed my volumes 1 and 2, and then never gave them back. And then that guy disappeared. I got to track that guy down. So he worked at a comic shop and then stopped working there. I got Hellsing. I got Blade of the Immortal down here. So I've got all of those. Then I've got a bunch of manga shit down here, and Archie books. So I've got Ceres, the Celestial Legend. I've got Fushigi Yugi Genbu Kaiden, Fushigi Yugi Bayaki Senki, Absolute Boyfriend. I need to get around to reading that because I want to clear these out of here. Emanon, which is beautiful. Emanon is some of the best art I've ever read in my entire life. And then this is Kenji Surata's other stuff, Wandering Island and Spirit of Wonder. So this is all of his works that are in English. I've got some random Betty and Veronica and stuff like that here too. This is a neat book. Baptism of Fire. So this is a Babylon 5 novel by Claudia Christian, who played Ivanova. Now, this was unauthorized, and they stopped. They got a cease and desist, stopped production. But the few copies of it got out. I got one. Claudia Christian signed it for me, and I have one of the few copies of that exists. And then they've got Lone Wolf and Cub Volume 1 down here. So behind Blade of the Immortal, as I'm being disorganized, I've got a couple Marvel omnibuses that are just here for no reason, and a Supergirl omnibus, some year 1 stuff, and then a bunch of Batman trades. And here's what we got: Robin, Nightwing, Batman, Shadow of the Bat, all this random Batman stuff down here. And so disorganized. Now, if you go to this side of the office where I've got books piled, and they're just random omnibuses down here again. So big mess. And here's some more mess in front of stuff. I've got some more random omnibuses. I've got Nausicaa, the adaptation here. I've got the Spider-Man newspaper strips back here. And then I've got more random omnibuses. I've got all my Archie comic stuff back here, and a bunch of omnibuses custom mades that I made. And then some more random omnibuses back here. Yeah. So I need to get rid of that. These are books I'm selling out front here. You saw those pictures. So that's kind of my sales spot. I got all of Fables back behind it, and I've got all of Terry Moore's work back behind it. Above this, now we actually get into organized stuff. I have the Collected Toppy, which is a beautiful Italian artist. It's just amazing. I've got the Phantom comics right here, all the old stuff from back in the day. I've got the Inkall and all of the Meta Barons right here. I've got all of Jeremiah and all of this French artist Herman's books right here. I've got all of Valerian right here, and we'll go to Star Trek after. You guys have seen the Star Trek because I posted that a million times. All right. Heading to my closet. I've got all my Mark Waid Flash, Mark Waid Legion of Superheroes, Badger, Superman. I've got some random stuff here. And then I needed to get into the closet. So this is other stuff that was in the closet right here. Chew, some Top Cow stuff, Dracula. Then I've got a kind of disorganized thing right here, but it's kind of also somewhat organized. So top shelf here is all Steve Ditko random stuff. So the Fantagraphics stuff we showed the other day, a bunch of the DC stuff. Then it goes to Jack Kirby stuff. You see the Bronze Age omnibus right there. That continues down here. Then I have all of Ed Brubaker's stuff, his independent work. Then I've got all my Top Cow and Aspen hardcovers down here. We go up. Again, we're kind of running out of shelf space, so we're a little disorganized. All my Donald Duck stuff. We got my Parker Martini editions, which are absolute editions. And I've got all my DC absolute editions. My Hellboy books. And this is kind of the most organized you get on is this shelf. But I still need to clean it up a little bit. And then you get up to my Star Trek stuff. Here's the full Eagle Moss collection running atop. And it runs across to here. And actually the end of it's up atop here. So this is how disorganized my office is right now. I need like another shelf, and then I think it'd be okay. And I think that's my whole deal. The Martini editions are awesome. Hey, we got Prime. Hey, Prime, how you doing?
I'm about to have a brain aneurysm from all the shit you have in your room.
I know. I'm sorry. I've got too much shit.
Dude.
I'm trying to... Yeah.
There was more stuff in your closet.
I know.
Like how you're like a full Barnes and Nobles.
I know. I really am. Yeah.
You could run a bookstore from your closet.
Yeah, I intend on doing that at some point. I want to sell most of the stuff. So.
Oh my God! Like what? Oh my Lord!
Yeah, you want to buy some of it?
I'm poor.
Stop being poor.
I can't. The economy sucks.
Yeah, the economy does suck. You're right. That's true.
I don't know how people are gonna go through this again, but like it's gonna get worse. Georgia's issuing mask mandates in the university again. Like everybody's gonna be doing that shit. Like I guess we're gonna get free checks in the mail again. Maybe I'll stop being poor then.
If I could keep one book out of all of this, what would it? Wow, that's a tough question. One book. Jeez. Let's see. I would probably, gosh, what would I like to read over and over again? I don't know that it'd be one book, but one set of books. I'd probably, keep the Valerian Complete Collection set of 7 books. I couldn't pick one. So my frame rate's awful. So my actual router is way on the other side of the house, and then I've got like all the kitchen appliances in between the router and here, and so it just dies by the time it gets to here.
Okay, well that explains why your quality of your video hosting yesterday was crap, because
it's like terrible.
Frame.
I know.
You get my type of internet going on, man. You need to get a landline.
I need to fix it at some point, but I've just I gotta there's no good way to run cable to do this either. So
not even from outside through the window.
That's kind of how I'd have to do it probably, but I still it still is stretching across too much area to be viable. It's painful. So
who you got, Spectrum or who? What were we talking about here?
Comcast.
Yeah. Oh, well, that's even worse. Oh God.
Yeah, they're not going to be useful in helping me in anything.
No. If it was Spectrum, they would at least offer something for you. Comcast.
Yeah. No. What I'm gonna have to do is probably get an outside cabling contractor to come in and
probably what you need
it's going to cost me $500 or something to do, and I don't really want to do it because it's expensive. And the economy sucks.
$500 or losing viewers because of your frame rate. I mean,
I'm not going to lose you. My viewers know I'm a shit streamer already. My viewers love my shit streams.
So who's usually hosting the videos when you guys are on a Dank Stream? Cider?
Me, yeah. Almost always me. Yeah.
Oh, I was about to say, because when you guys do it, because I've been noticing your frame rate's been dropping lately, but it's usually
lately it's gotten worse, and I have no idea why it's gotten worse. Because it was okay for a sec. And I've unplugged it and plugged it back in. I don't know what to do. No, there's no crawl space or attic. This is California.
Yeah, CBR is right. You need to hire a network tech guy to wire the routers around your property.
Drake knows how to wire it, but he's not local. So, yeah. Yeah, it's a pain. yeah, it's going to be an absolute pain to do. But
So I got some Liam news.
this is the wrong channel.
It says Dankstream above your head.
This is a comic book channel, sir. We talk about comic books here.
Okay. Well,
Don't you know that?
I'll have to hold it in my back pocket then. I'll have to hold.
Do we want to? I mean, I guess I've got a few minutes. I guess. I mean, we could.
No. All I can tell you is that he invited us to look at his eBay store, and I found something.
Oh, yeah, Einbrecht already showed me.
Oh, you aren't Einbrecht? I'm gonna kill you.
Yeah, you got to F Einbrecht, right? I mean, what that guy?
Ah,
I know, right?
damn it.
Yeah.
So you know about the place with the
Oh, I do.
fruity tooty colors, huh?
I'm gonna let you do that on your own stream because it's so delightful. Unless you're not gonna do it on your own stream.
I'm making a video.
Okay. Make your video. I will EFAP your video on the Dank stream tomorrow. How's that?
Oh God, yeah, I still got to compile a bunch of stuff, but he was wrong on one point. Testy wasn't the one who doxed his eBay. It was Smug Frieza. Smug Frieza is the one.
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah. Is this the one where he's talking about doxing his eBay?
No, it was the one we watched the other day.
This is his new stream.
Oh, this one right here. This is where he's saying he's signing a special contract, and he's.
Oh yeah. I guess this is comic book news. Let's play it.
Yeah.
But today's a really big day for me. Really big day that's been a long time coming. And I've sort of been keeping it a bit under wraps. But I've moved this around. This is like the third page. But today I'm going to be signing a contract.
Hold on. Let's go back to the page.
Dude, is there like a way to make that a little bit less blurry? Because it's like
no, it's blurry. It's blurry on his end.
Oh,
yeah.
God.
So you can't see anything.
I don't see anywhere where it says to like dot the line or something. Like I'm not seeing that anywhere on that.
No, he just held up the third page. He said so.
Oh, okay, third page. Okay.
God,
still like initials here or there. Like I'm not seeing any like check boxes.
Yeah.
And I've sort of been keeping it a bit under wraps. But I've moved this around. This is like the third page. But today I'm going to be signing a contract that will be bigger than anything I could have done in Western Comics.
Anything he could have done. Well,
yeah,
I mean, that's probably not. I mean, to be fair, anything he does in Western Comics at this point is going to get like 5 backers. So
I can tell you by the weight of the paper, it's that really thick, heavy duty paper because you can hear it when you.
I saw that. Yeah, it's like you printed it out on like construction paper.
I'm not saying it's construction paper. There is a weight class.
Yeah,
I can't remember because it's been such a long time since I've been in my printing job. But there's weight classes.
Why would you print out a multi-page contract on something like that?
I mean, if you're like one of those people who like to throw around weight that can afford that paper, I mean, each page like that is probably like $1, honestly. But yeah, I don't know why.
It's huge. And
it's huge.
This is a huge moment for me, and I wanted to take time to sincerely thank everyone that helped me along the way.
You're welcome,
for
Liam.
better or worse. This is.
Would you like to tell Liam he's welcome? For your
I do. I want to thank you for finally thanking yourself that you got this contract. Thank you.
From the heart, I'm truly grateful. I couldn't have done this on my own. I've had a lot of ups and downs over the last few years, but
mostly downs.
We've always had one clear goal in mind, and I'm just really excited about it. But
he sounds so excited, like this is totally real.
See, this type of behavior to me is very weird and peculiar. It doesn't sound like someone who actually got an exclusive contract. Like there's like no shake of excitement from him or the enjoyment in his voice. It's almost like I'm trying to get through this because I'm tired and I'm trying to make you guys believe I got something better in my life. That's what it sounds like to me.
That's what it sounds like. 100%. Yeah.
But the rest, have you seen all this video?
No, I this is for the very first. I saw the very beginning of it, but yeah.
After this part, he's talking about how he was wrong and well read. That one person did apologize to him. He mentions the guy, and then it's like an open letter apology of basically saying, "Hey, if I've wronged you, just say you're sorry, and I'll apologize for my actions too."
Oh, well, I'm sorry, Liam, for laughing at you on the internet. So I will await my apology for you deplatforming me on Indiegogo and deplatforming me on Patreon, and then saying weird things about me, calling me racist and alt-right and all that stuff. Then I will wait for the apologize for you attempting to strike my channel. And yeah, thanks, Liam. Cool.
Something's been sitting odd with me since I did the review with well-read user. Something hasn't been sitting right.
Right.
After I did the my stream after that, I think it was, I said that no one had ever apologized to me.
Yeah, he really does.
And I usually don't like speaking in absolutes because I feel like it diminishes things.
Because only a Sith speaks in absolutes, right? Remember, everything he says in life is a TV or movie reference. He has like nothing real. It's amazing.
Absolutely.
And I'm sure this means absolutely nothing to him because his opinion's probably way lower of me than it ever was. But honestly, there is one person who did apologize to me for disrespecting me and calling me disgrace and just being a bit of a dickhead to me out of the blue. And that was Rob Arnold. And he actually, I had forgotten at the time of the stream. And so when I said no one had ever apologized to me before, that was wrong. I was mistaken. There was someone who was big enough to actually, just apologize. Look, I don't want to pretend that I'm some stone-hearted guy. I don't think anyone thinks that that's who I am or who I've
Thank
ever
you,
been.
Fiona.
But I also want folks to know that, I do appreciate apologies, and I don't want to be at odds with everyone. I never have. Honest to God, cross my heart, swear on the Bible.
No, we told you not to do that.
He did it again. He did it
God,
again.
why did he do it? Who gave you the link, Heinbrecht?
I did. I did. Because you got to answer for your crime. You got to answer for your fucking crime. You gave him information that I did not want to release yet, you son of a bitch.
Listen to that evil laugh, Prime. Lee, it's evil.
He's got a maleficent tone to it.
It was too funny. I could not tell. John.
It's all right. It's fine. It's fine.
It was pretty funny. It's pretty freaking funny. Yeah.
Yeah. It's not like I revealed the stuff that I'm not allowed to talk about. So.
Yeah. Right.
Ooh.
Right. But yeah, we'll make a video on that. We got to at this point because it's too damn funny. It's just too damn
amazing.
Like we wanted to say to the Liam shit, and then he does this, and we're like, oh no.
No. Yeah. It's a lot of fun.
All I've ever wanted was for folks to get along and for me to get along with folks.
All he ever wanted was to get along, guys. All he ever wanted was to get along. Can you believe this?
You know what's bad about this, John? I thought that was the StreamYard link for our show.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we're going live in like 8 minutes here, man.
Yeah, I'm actually leaving in about 8 minutes. Perfect. So what we're gonna do, Prime, if you put the link in the private chat, I'll send everybody over there when we close out.
Yeah.
So cool. Okay.
It just hasn't really worked out that way for a bunch of reasons that you might think are my own. So what this brief stream is about is I would like you guys to share it around. This is an honest request for a simple comment in the below, just letting me know who you think that I've wronged, how it does.
I can't comment below, Liam, because you've got me banned.
Yeah, he's got everybody banned.
Yeah,
it doesn't need to be a wall of text. It doesn't need to be combative or antagonistic. But if you really think that I've wronged someone and I owe them an apology,
you owe me an apology. I am owed an apology.
See? I told you,
right?
If you say, "Hey, I'm sorry," I'll give you an apology. But
could somebody? I'm going to give you the link to Liam's thing. Can somebody who's not banned go and leave Liam a comment and say, "Hey, you owe John Delarose an apology for labeling him alt-right and a Nazi and getting him deplatformed off of multiple platforms." Could you do that, please? Thank you.
Oh, that's right. It was Patreon.
My brother in Christ.
Yeah, Patreon
Yeah.
and Indiegogo.
and
man.
Patreon. That's why I'm on Subscribestar, right? That's why I keep hawking the Subscribestar, which you can subscribe because Patreon banned me. I was actually, it's a bummer because like I was on Patreon was doing really well and was creeping up there, and then I had to switch over to a platform less people use, and it's like, oh man. But yes, get on Subscribestar because they don't ban me. Thank you.
Well, they're
That I was
they're
out of-
Russian developers, as I remember, so
Nice.
they're a
Even
lot
better.
less. They don't care. Is the best way to put it.
Me
You have
either. I
money?
also don't care about Ukraine. So.
You have money, we take money. Thank you. Conrad.
line. I'd like to square that so that everyone can just feel good about things at the end of the day. I'm not going to be doing an apology tour, and I don't expect
You can come on my show and do an apology.
anyone to apologize to me publicly. I don't need a stream done. I don't need like, anyone to crawl on their belly or anything like that. Just if you're genuinely sorry for things that you said, or if you knowingly said things to hurt me that you knew were false, or at the time you believed were.
Nothing I've said about Liam has ever been false is my problem here.
Mhm. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Just an honest, simple DM or a message, an email.
I can't unblock.
And I'll consider it done, hands washed. And I'll apologize.
If my saying sorry says sorry, it gets Liam to actually come and apologize, I will 100%.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, Liam. I'm sorry I was mean on the internet. I definitely was mean on the internet. I'm sincere that I was mean to you on the internet. I'm waiting, Liam.
I can't apologize for my actions. Nor can I apologize for Testify's actions. Rest in peace.
God bless Saint Testify.
Yes.
If you think that I've done something, and if people that are not even involved, like third parties, think that I've done someone really egregious,
Yeah,
or
please
wrong,
leave
and,
him a comment about me.
You think that maybe I was out of line? I will.
Yeah, you were out
I'll
of line.
apologize. I'm not going to be getting into wars in the comments. I'm not going to be.
Cool.
I'm not going to be like getting into arguments.
He said it,
or
so it
anything
must
like
be
that.
true.
I'm just going to briefly go over see if there's anything. And if you are in the comment section and you agree that there's someone that I should apologize to,
Did somebody in the chat do this? Is somebody not banned who can do this?
Check. Let me go check.
All right. I want to see what Liam's response to this is. I bet he's just going to ban you from the channel.
Well, he's most likely going
and the reasons for that's listed by another commenter. Please just hit thumbs up so I can see if everyone sort of does agree with that and thinks I should, or whether it's just someone that's
let's do it. Let's
trying to stir up trouble. Or
I would love to heal with Liam and bring Comicsgate together like Testify HD would have wanted. That'd be net. Yeah.
I have to admit, the possibility of Liam actually making up with you would be hysterical.
Do you know it'd be the biggest redemption arc he could ever do for himself?
You're his Satan.
I know. So what was Liam wrong about? He was wrong about deplatforming me and calling me an alt-right Nazi. So there you go.
Okay, I just commented on there, so refresh to see if it's there.
Okay, so you're okay. Let me refresh.
It's going to come up.
Dang
Cowboy.
Reset.
It's going to come up. Cowboy Bebop. If it's not there, that means I'm banned.
Okay. Not there.
I'm banned.
Okay. Okay.
Honestly, wanted to be one of the good guys. I wanted to do this the right way.
He wants to be one of the good guys. Be rude.
Oh wait. See if it shows in newest comments, because I know sometimes they hide it.
Oh yeah. Sort by newest first. Oh, there it is.
There it is.
Cool. I'll hit like on that to make it kind of pop up. Everybody hit like on this. There we are. Thank you.
There you go.
I didn't want to hurt anyone. I didn't want to bully anyone. I didn't want to be remembered as like a tyrant. That was always the joke of the Orange Tyrant.
Well, maybe you shouldn't have tried to deplatform me.
I really want to try and do good in the comic book industry and uplift other people and help other people. And I think I've been really successful in doing that, even though it's at a small scale. And I'm just really grateful for everyone who stuck by me and helped me. Yuka, Vinny, Scotsman, Tobor,
The usual.
Malik, everyone that was there through all the hardest times, the ups and downs, and I'm shaking. shaking. I'm so happy. I'm like this. But anyway, I've got 9 minutes, and then I've got to go through and I've got to go over this with Yuka, and then I need to go over it one last time on the phone with my attorney before we sign.
What
I'm just so excited. But honestly, again, this isn't to stir up fights. This isn't anything like that. This is to just try and. I'm not looking to be best friends. I'm not looking to go on shows. You know, nothing needs to change. It's just let's bury the hatchet and stop all of this negativity.
Oh yes, let's go.
And this
I'm in.
that doesn't need to exist.
I'm in. Let's go, Liam.
Okay.
I really think that we can have a lot of fun moving forward.
Let's go.
I'm going to make a public statement. If you get an apology in the next 48 hours, I will not release a fucking video, and I will delete every fucking Liam content I have.
Yeah, I will. I'll have you on the show. I'll promote Dino King, and I'll be friendly.
That is my bottom line solution. You get JDA an apology in 48 hours. I will not upload anything, and I will go to my Odyssey account and I will nuke everything I have with Liam Gray.
Yeah,
we all try to be reasonable. I mean, we do.
Yeah.
So
I can promise I won't like fucking take shots at Liam, but I cannot promise other people will not, because there are people
exactly
really hate Liam.
Yeah.
Mexico's telling me not to fucking do it. Don't you care. Hey man, I'm throwing out an olive branch. I'm just saying.
We're trying. We are trying to heal Comicsgate like Testify HD would have wanted.
Really cool stuff. Really cool stuff about to happen, and I hope that you guys can see. I know I get accused of lying every 5 minutes, but I hope you guys can see I'm sincere here.
We'll see.
And I want to sort of.
We'll take you at your word. You just got to follow through, Liam. That's all you got to do.
I don't want there to just be this negativity and hostility everywhere all the time. I don't think it's good for the people that feel it, and I don't think it's good for me. But that's all. All right. So just leave any comment, any messages in the comment section below. I'll read it. I'll remove everyone from my block list on my channel for 24 hours, so that you've got time to leave it there. Any sort of abuse or attacking other people is not going to be tolerated.
Hey, Liam. I am sorry I was mean to you on the internet. It would be great to have you on the show for your apology for deplatforming me and calling me alt-right.
I'll let you know if it's
up. I am excited for your newfound venture and hope we can be pals going forward. JDA.
Oh no.
All right, I'm gonna see if it comes up. Refreshing now.
All right, tell me if it comes up.
Okay, sort by newest. Okay, refresh. And newest again. And no, I'm not seeing it.
No. So he did not unblock everybody on the channel.
Okay, so here you go. I'm going to show you. Here it is.
Okay.
Right here.
So he lied already.
Bring up my screen. There it is. You see my comment. I'm going to hit refresh.
You already sorted by new comments.
Yeah. Look, top comments, and then I go to newest first.
Not there.
Yep, nothing.
Okay. So he already lied. Okay. Cool.
He just doesn't want us to stop.
I know.
I try to get
because he just wants the attention. So that's all it is.
Well, the main thing he's looking for here, and Ruckus and I talked about this the other day. We think he's trying to get people to admit to shit in the YouTube comments and then use it as a gotcha to like make a video.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I don't care. I was mean to him on the internet. I'm not. That's not. Nobody thinks I wasn't mean to him on the internet. I was 100%. All right. So guys, I'm about to end things and we're going to head over to Ein Prime's channel right now. So my next reviews are going to be Frieren Volume 8. It's going to be Star Trek, the 400th issue. Spoiler alert. It's shit the book. Antarctica #1 by Top Cow Comics. This looked interesting. The Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Batman Omnibus. So those will be coming up very shortly. and those will be my reads recently. My next read for the comic book club is going to be Darwin Cook's New Frontier, which is going to be done on Sunday. So let's check that out. Yeah.
So is it an omnibus?
This is an absolute edition. It's big. It's even bigger. It's one bigger. So if a regular comic's this big, okay?
Oh, holy shit!
If an omnibus is this big, it's one bigger.
Lord have mercy.
It's like an inch taller.
Yeah, it's a couple inches taller, bigger.
Holy crap, man!
Yeah, mine's a couple inches bigger than yours, Einbrecht.
I mean, let
me put the link in for you guys. So guys, go over here to Prime and Einbrecht's channel. They're going to continue the fun here.
Yeah, I'm going to go get it.
And yeah, go over there now, and I'll see you guys later. So.